Excuse me. Hello, couple people coming here. There's a few things I would like to discuss. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Shattered Innocence with Arlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Well, there are so many people that kind of doubt what I have to say, and I'm sorry. I wish the things that happened to me were not true. I wish it didn't happen, but the fact is, it did. The fact is that I have scars inside, internally, that will never heal. But thank God I pulled through it because He was there that helped me through. Now, these people want to say it didn't happen. Hear me okay. I hope you can. Let's see if this gets testing. Can y'all hear me okay? See. Let's see if it's coming on over there pretty good at Facebook. Hello. I've got some important things to discuss, okay? Some people had told me not to believe a person, the state trooper, who had told me that his dad had sex trafficked me, had done the child pornos and all. That I don't need to believe it because if I can't remember every detail, if I can't remember it, then it probably didn't happen. I've got the scars, people. I've got the evidence, the medical evidence to state that yes, this did happen. I wish that people would learn to get along and learn not to try to demean anybody. It's hard enough sharing our stories. And I don't share my story to say that I'm a victim. I share my story because I'm a survivor. And it gets pretty pathetic when somebody wants to say, "Oh, it didn't happen to you. You just want sympathy." No, I don't want sympathy. I want this child abuse stuff to stop. It needs to come to a stop. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I'm here because it happens too much to our children today. I didn't want to have to tell my story. As I give the descriptions in the first of the book on why I stopped telling my story, why I started. Sorry, I started tearing it up, and then I was felt like I was reprimanded. The first time, like I said, there was this little boy. There's this guy on. Excuse me. Let me get my breath in. I think it was Yahoo Messenger, and he lived in Texas. And we were sitting there talking, and I just got there tearing up my book. And he said, "Hold on, I'll be right back." And he came back. He said that was his friend that worked in the sheriff's office. He said, "You got to do your book. You won't believe what just happened." I said, "But I just tore it up." He said, "Well, you got to rewrite it." I said, "What happened?" He said that was his friend that was a sheriff in Texas. Little girl went up to her mom's boyfriend, started tugging on his jacket, trying to get his mama's boyfriend. She stopped arguing with the mom. He backhanded her and sent her 4-year old body down the stairs and killed her. So he said, "You definitely got to do this." I'm like, okay. Well, then I started giving it up again a couple years later. Boy, it's really tough when you go in there and you try to tell your story. It hurts, and sometimes you just get so mad about it, and sometimes you think about what's the point. And then this friend, whose daughter was being abused up north, she's like, "Can you please talk to her? Her boyfriend is beating her, and got a little one and all. Could you please try to talk her into leaving him?" So I got her on the phone and I tried to talk to her. A year later, she contacted me and said the daughter didn't make it. She was stabbed over 80 something times. Do your book. I'm like, okay. And it's, each time I was destroying the book every time, right? Well, the third time, it hit close to home. Little Giovanni Glass, it's in Marshall County in Alabama. The mom pulled up to a Texaco gas station. She got out of the car, went inside, and said, "Somebody drove." She went in the store. She come back out. And she goes, "Somebody took my car. They stole my with my little boy in the back seat." No, it's a cover up. The little boy was beat by the mama's boyfriend, and that was a ploy because they went and drove the car to a family's garage where they found his deceased body in the car. No, I don't want to share my stories, but y'all, this is happening too much to our kids. I never said that Epstein himself sexually abused me. I never said I was trafficked by Epstein. I said that Epstein's friends, associates, that's who my daddy delivered me to, some of Epstein's friends. We find this later out by some of the people I had that I associate with, and that's how we came upon this decision, came upon process. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. Let's see what you got to say here. You heard a guy got a 9-0, yeah, pregnant, and he got arrested for it. He's in jail. That's pathetic. And y'all, I don't share my story for my own benefit. What does it benefit me when other people try to knock me down, when they try to destroy me? What benefit is that? Do you think I would rather just want to stay hidden in the shadows? That's normally what I would normally do, okay? But I kept basically getting my butt beat by, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to be our voice. We can't do it. We need somebody to be our voice for us. It's like, but I don't, that's a lot of responsibility. Yeah, you didn't get me upset. You're fine, Chris. Excuse me. Um, I'm still getting over this cough. I'm sorry. But for somebody to tell me that, no, I just want attention. Wow. I don't just want attention. I want this nonsense to stop. I want the sex trafficking to stop. I want where kids don't have to worry about, you know, just in the middle of the night when they're sleeping being taken. Hope that the parents will stop selling their kids. I hope that these teachers will stop messing with our kids. I hope the government would step in and get these people that's actually in with the government that's messing with our kids. That's what I want. I want this nonsense to stop. I want everybody to pull together and please, please stop demeaning me in ways and calling me a liar about what had happened. I wish to God it did not happen, okay? I pray to God, but you cannot change the past. It happened, okay? And I'm sorry to get upset about this, but I'm laying it down. And I've been depressed and down most of the day because of this stuff happening. Hi there, Sheila. Thank you. Good to see you, girl. But this is hard enough getting out there and telling our stories. It's hard enough knowing, even in my book, I even tell people about how my stepmom held me down. Do you know how hard that is to talk about knowing that your stepmom held you down while her child raped you. Then later on, I had a kid at home and never had a birth certificate, and then she stabbed him. Okay? It's in the book. I got it written in there. Y'all know how hard it is. It's not easy to do. I would not tell these things if it were not true. And when I describe some of these other places over there where I was trafficked, where I mentioned, um, I have validation. I have validation that I describe the areas to a T. Okay? So anybody wants to say that it did not happen, y'all please pray for me because I am very upset because it makes me want to fight even more so. Okay? It makes me want to fight even more so. I wish to God that my daddy didn't cut me. I wish to God he didn't traffic me. But that don't change the fact, does it, y'all? It does not change the fact. You cannot go back and change what was done to you. What do you do with what you got, right? You use it to help others. And that's what I've been trying to do. That is my goal. That is my aim. It is not for attention. Y'all want to bring awareness to this, but I want to say the only reason I survived was the fact because of God. There are so many people hiding in bushes, so many people hiding everywhere. The schools, the teachers, you look at the schools, you see how many teachers are doing this to our kids today. It's no laughing matter, people. It's no laughing. So y'all just pray for me and keep the strength going and the fortitude. I'm not gonna call it names. I just thought I'd bring this to awareness because if there's at least one that's out there that's saying there's got to be others that's saying it too. Okay, but the fact is, no, it did happen, and I've got other people who were friends of mine in school that knew that things happened, but they just didn't know what. I've got other people in my life who knows it happened. I've got other people who's been even at hospitals when I have went. And one lady, she felt the different places in my head that had indentations from being hit in my head so much. And she actually was crying. And the doctor said, "Come out here. No, don't tend to her." So they didn't get to write it down about her finding all them injuries in my head, okay? So he actually heard all this kind of stuff too. A lot of this stuff is BS, and I don't know why that some of these doctors won't do right, will not expose, will not get the truth. Some of these lawyers and everything that's affiliated with this big string of sex trafficking, of hurting kids, of murdering kids, of sacrificing kids. This is nonsense. Utter nonsense. Kids are a gift from God. They're a gift for us to bring and rear them in the ways of the Lord. They're a gem. Love your kids. Treat them with respect. Value one another. Now I'm getting a call from, hold on a second. Hey Charles, I'm doing a live at YouTube if you want to come in. Yeah, I'm kind of bitten out because I'm telling them this is a true story. What I've been saying about my life, it's not made up. Huh? You what? Okay. But here's one of my friends here that could even validate, but he didn't went ahead and hung up because he's letting me talk. But anyway, he said he'd touch base back with me tomorrow. But I want to thank y'all so much for being supportive and thank y'all so much for getting the word out. Do not let people stop you from telling your truth. Everybody's story matters. Whether you've been an alcoholic, whether you've been on drugs, whatever your fate in your life that happened to you, speak out. Use it for the benefit of helping others. I'm gonna say God bless y'all. If anybody got any question, I'll be glad to take that and answer it. But pretty soon I'm gonna be doing a Zoom and I'll be telling more things that I cannot tell here at Facebook or YouTube, okay? There's a lot more deeper, darker stuff. And y'all hit me up, and I'll be glad to send y'all invites to it so that y'all can hear word of mouth for someone that's been there. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.